Unit 8, Number 1. Scarce. Not easy to find or get. For example, food and clean water were becoming scarce. Scarcely. Only just or almost not. For example, I was scarcely able to move my arm after accident. Number 2. Extinction. A situation in which something no longer exists. For example, the extinction of the dinosaurs occurred millions of years ago. Some people predict the extinction of family life as we know it today. Extinct, not now existing. For example, there's a concern that the giant panda will soon become extinct. Number 3. Entrepreneur. Someone who starts his own business, especially when this involves seeing a new opportunity. For example, he was one of the entrepreneurs of the 80s who made their money in property. Number 4. Specialize. To spend most of your time studying one particular subject or doing one type of business. For example, she has hired a lawyer who specializes in divorce cases. I enjoy working in general medicine, but I hope to be able to specialize in the future. Specialized, relating to one particular area or designed for a particular purpose. For example, the hospital is unable to provide the highly specialized care needed by very sick babies. Number 5. Risk averse. Strongly disliking or opposed to in risk. Number 6. Prospect. The possibility of being successful, especially at work. For example, she has been hoping the course will improve her career prospects. Perspective. People who are expected to buy something, employ someone, become parents, etc. For example, we have 3 sets of prospective buyers looking around the house. Number 7. Innate. An innate quality or ability is one that you were born with, not one you have learned. For example, Crystal's most impressive quality was her innate goodness. Innately. For example, I don't believe that human beings are innately evil. Number 8. Bleak. If weather or place is bleak, it is cold, empty, and not welcoming or attractive. If a situation is bleak, there is little or no hope for the future. For example, the economic outlook is bleak. Number 9. Endeavor. To try to do something. For example, engineers are endeavoring to locate the source of the problem. Endemic, especially of a disease or condition, regularly found and very common among a particular group or in a particular area. For example, malaria is endemic in many of the hotter regions of the world. Number 10. Agonizing. Causing extreme physical or mental pain. For example, an agonizing death. Causing extreme worry. For example, she went through an agonizing few weeks waiting for the test results. Agony. Extreme physical or mental pain or suffering. For example, she lay there screaming in agony. Number 11. Ego. Your idea or opinion of yourself, or a great feeling of your own importance and ability. For example, that man has such an enormous ego. I have never known anyone so full of themselves. In psychoanalysis, the part of a person's mind which tries to match the hidden desires of the idea with the demands of reality. egocentric describes someone who is selfish, thinking only of themselves. For example, babies are entirely egocentric, concerned only with when they will next be fed. Number 12. Incurably. For example, she was told that she was incurably ill. Incurable, not able to be healed or cured. For example, is a debilitating and incurable disease of the nervous system. Number 13. Amplify. To make something louder. For example, amplified music, amplified guitar. To increase the size or effect of something. For example, a funeral can amplify the feelings of regret and loss for the relatives. Amplitude. A large amount or wide range. For example, the sheer amplitude of a novel invites comparisons with Tolstoy and George Eliot. Number 14. Badge. A small piece of metal, plastic, cloth, etc. with words or a picture on it that is pinned or sewed to your clothing, often to show your support for a political organization or belief, or your rank or membership of a group, etc. For example, everyone of the conference wore a badge with their name on. 15. Mantra. A word or sound which is believed to have a special spiritual power. For example, a personal mantra is sometimes repeated as an aid to meditation or prayer. A word or phrase which is often repeated and which sometimes expresses a belief. For example, the crowds chanted that familiar football mantra, "Here we go, here we go, here we go." Manual. Done with the hands. For example, she tried to cure the pain in my key by putting manual pressure on the joint. 16. Novice. A person who is not experienced in a job or situation. For example, I have never driven a car before. I'm a complete novice. This is quite a difficult plant for novice gardeners to grow. Number 17. Curb. This is a verb. It means to control or limit something that is not wanted. For example, the government should act to curb tax evasion. Number 18. Innovation. A new idea or method. For example, the latest innovations in computer technology. Innovative. Using new methods or ideas. For example, she was an imaginative and innovative manager. 19. Paradox. A situation or statement which seems impossible or is difficult to understand because it contains two opposite facts or characteristics. For example, it's a curious paradox that drinking a lot of water can often make you feel thirsty. Paradoxical. For example, it seems paradoxical to me, but if you drink a cup of hot tea, it seems to cool you down. 20. Delusion. When someone believes something that is not true. For example, he is under delusion that he will be promoted this year.